Yeah, girl, I already know. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date with Put a Ring on in season 1, episode 8, Catching Feelings. I feel a lot better. Okay, I feel a whole hell of a lot better. So oh Lord. Hold on. So, I'm finally getting back into the swing of things. As you can see, I'm under the prompts, the lights, the circumstances, and all that good stuff. And I'm here to finally give y'all Friday night's review for Put a Ring on It, season 1, episode 8, yet again, Catching Feelings. So the episode starts off with Shay dropping the boundaries that she set for Michael, but didn't set for herself, saying that there will be consequences if he crosses it. Girl, bye. So as far as the dates go, Hollywood goes on a second date with Shantae. He feels like, he really didn't give it the fair chance that he should have given it because he was thinking about Ashley and how stupid and dumb and toddish that he feels for not taking the process as seriously as everybody else did. So now he's going to take it more seriously. Ashley goes on a third date with Kwame, and I don't blame her. Tamika goes on a second date with Devin, and I don't blame her. Vincent doesn't go on a second date with Christina, and I don't blame him. Shay goes on a third date with Rick, girl bye. Mike goes on a fifth date with Whitney, yes God. But it's gonna get quite interesting, and we're gonna get down to it when we get down to it. So Vince isn't going on another date this week. His task is to just contemplate on his relationship with Tamika. And I'm here for that. So Shay goes on her date with Rick. Shay tells Rick about what happened with Michael and letting the boundaries go. Shay says that it's a tit for tat between her. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. Anything that's dealing with Shay at this point, I could give less than a fuck. And I'm just going to be real. I feel like Shay isn't doing anything but playing a game. Shay isn't taking this seriously. And I've always said, if Whitney wasn't going on a fifth date, a fourth date, a third date, a second date, she would not be sitting here giving Rick any type of attention. And I'm just going to be honest with that. So, girl, but listen, I just don't like the bitch. Like, I'm just going to be honest. So many people been getting under my comments telling me that I should go easy on Shay, but for what and why? I don't like the bitch. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. I don't like her. I don't see her for her. I don't know what the hell it is that Michael sees in her. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm just not going to be fake. I'm not going to do that. Moving on. So Hollywood and Shantae go on their date and they go racing. Shantae asks if he and Ashley doesn't work out, where would that leave them? He says that he doesn't want to be in another relationship and basically he'll want to play the field and have fun, have sex, drop his dick wherever he wants to drop it at, and then the next day he leaving, and whoever that decides to be, whether it be her or any other female, either they can accept it or they won't. That's a real mannish answer, but it's a real honest answer, and I can't say that I blame him. I mean, he's been with Ashley for 9 years. Who will want to come up out of a relationship from 9 years and then jump right back into another one that's idiotic? It never works. So I'm not mad at him for his answer, and neither was Shantae. She says she get it, she understands it. She just wouldn't put up with it, and bam, there it is. So the ladies go out for girls' night to catch up, and Ashley admits it's scary with Kwame because she really likes him. And girl, you ain't had to let us know that, child. We all like Kwame. Okay, we all like Kwame. We all like Hollywood. Hollywood is a ball of fun. He's, he's very likable and all that good stuff. We fancy ourselves some Hollywood over here. But baby, we really fancy ourselves some Kwame around here, girl. Girl, I tell y'all, fish get all the good ones. So Shay admits that her and Michael have been having more sex since the process happened. And just the visual alone make me want to, so we're just going to move on from that. Tamika says that there were other things that happened between her and Vince other than the girl that she told everybody about. She caught a girl leaving his apartment, and she talked about how, she was coming back from out of town. She tried to call her, let him know she was on her way back. His phone was dead. And then basically when she got there, he was basically seeing her coming up out of his house with her. And he was walking her down to the elevator. We're going to get down to that gag, down to the end of this, because I'm going to have to get Vince together a little bit. So then Tamika gets ready to go on her date with Devin. And she's attracted to his energy. I will say this. It's a huge difference between Devin and Vince. And I like Vince. Despite the fact Vince is full of shit, I still do like Vince. But I kind of see it for Devin too. I feel like Devin is a real genuine guy. He doesn't look like the type that gets around, but then again, neither did Vincent. We all saw he did Tamika, so I don't think that's really going to too much work in your favor. But for the most part, I'm digging what I'm seeing between her and Devin, because since she's been on this process, Devin has been able to pull out so much out of Tamika that none of the other dates have. So I kind of see it for Devin, and we'll just see where it goes. But I hated that shirt. Now, Tamika, you said you liked his shirt. I'll accept it. But I personally hated it. Moving on. Michael goes on his date with Whitney. Michael tells her that Shay took away all of the boundaries. Michael says that he's conflicted about getting to know more about Whitney versus how Shay would feel. And Michael says that he came to a decision to just keep the relationship between he and Whitney on a friendship level. And I'm like, why? Why? I mean, listen, I'm all down for black love. I'm all down for being down for somebody like Four Flats down to a Cadillac. I'm all down with that. But when I look at Shay and Michael's relationship, it just leaves me doing like this. Like, I'm trying to understand it, but I just can't. And Michael, don't get up under my comments trying to make me understand it, brother, because I never will. I'm sorry. I just feel like, Lord, how I want to word this. I feel like you're settling, and I think Shay knows that you're settling, and she's playing on that. Like, that's honestly how I feel about that. Because when I look at you and Shay, I don't see no sparks. I don't see no aha moments. I don't see no, now that's a man, and that y'all are couple goals. I don't get that when it comes to y'all, and I'm just going to be real. Maybe it's because I have a huge disdain for Shay, and maybe that's why I feel the way that I feel. I don't know. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know. Am I being too negative when it comes to the relationship between he and Shay? Let me know if it's me. So Dr. Nicole goes to see Shay and Michael looking impeccable, may I add. Shout out to Dr. Nicole. You never catch Dr. Nicole slipping when it comes to the fashion. Shay says that her fear of accepting his son Zion means that things are going to change. She said that she's tried not to get attached to his son, but has since changed her mind. She wants Zion to come live with them, and she wants to give being a bonus mom a chance. Shay, you full of shit. I don't buy anything that's coming out of your mouth. And to me, I feel like anything that Shay says, I'm always going to be looking at it through a magnifying glass or a microscope, because I just feel like anything that she says that she wants to all of a sudden do, to me, is disingenuous. To me, it's disingenuous. And the minute that she said that, that was how I felt. And something tells me that I'm right in my assessment, because when we get down to the next episode, how he cleared your ass yet again about you sitting down there wanting to put marriage in there, he's like, oh, I don't really see that right now. See, that's what it was. See, you feel like if I go on ahead and accept his son and allow his son to move in with us, that would put me one step closer to getting a ring. Not because this man is in my life. He's been in my life for the past 6 years. There's no reason why I haven't gained any type of relationship with his 12-year-old son. Let me go on ahead and give this a try. The little boy was cute. He don't look like he gives any type of problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't like that bitch. Moving on. So the couples have their group session. Shay talks about her third date with Rick. Much like El Teddy, I was in the corners and cupboards, the basement and the attic, trying to find cockroaches and mice to strip search them for fuck to give. I'm just gonna be real. Moving on. So Michael talks about his date with Whitney, and he admits that they're just gonna be friends. Why? Moving on. Hollywood talks about his second date with Shantae. He says that he just went on the date because it was fun. He isn't trying to catch feelings. And once again, Hollywood, you are not okay. Listen, Hollywood, I like you. Me and you, we done had conversations back and forth in the comments or whatever the case may be. You know, I fancy myself some of you. I really do. But I'm gonna tell you something. You keep playing around. You keep playing around and you keep, you know what I'm saying, not taking this shit seriously, always constantly giving her grief when you clearly see that she's getting great attention from another guy. You better learn your woman while you earn your woman. I'm going to leave it at that. So Ashley talks about her date. She says that it was great, it was fun, and he really treats her like the perfect queen. Hollywood says that he's cool, but it still hurts because everything that Kwame is doing now, he's been doing for the past 9 years and is still continuing to do it. She doesn't know where his flaws and all lie. And while you have a point, at the end of the day, though, Hollywood, and you have a point, but at the end of the day, look at it this way, because you men do it all the time. One of the things that y'all always say when y'all get caught up with another female or whatever the case may be, the number one excuse y'all use is, well, we've been arguing a lot at home and things have not been the same. You look like the type that you done used that excuse on multiple occasions when it came to when you did whatever you did when it came to your other women. So I wonder if this should ever happen between you and Ashley and she uses that excuse, that wouldn't be an excuse because we see it played out on national TV. How much would that fly with you? I'm just going to let it alone. You better learn your woman while you earn your woman. Something that you men might not understand. No pain. Moving on. So Tamika talks about her second date with Devin. She says the conversation was not forced. And she opened up more to him. You know what I'm saying? She talked about how she creates and she's an artist. And she talked about how he let her know, have the confidence, you know, show your artistry. You never know who's looking. You never know who is going to touch. You know, giving her confidence to, hey, it's okay to step up out of, step into faith. You never know what might happen. So Vince says that he compliments Tamika and everything that she does. He says that they've gone through what they've gone through at the beginning and where they are now. He hasn't been able to talk about a girl that he knows or a conversation that he had with a female because it will make her feel some type of way. And then they get down to how she's brought up the situation when it came down with the girl and this, that, and this. Vince, let me tell you something. You lying, all right? You're lying. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you said something about the girl that she was talking about was her roommate's girl. Well, then, if I was Tamika, my question would be, so if that's your roommate girl, that's his woman. Why the hell is he saying, yo, bro, walk my woman down to the elevator? Why would he not want to why would he not want to see his own woman to the elevator and down to her car and making sure that she's good? Why would he lay that responsibility down on your doorstep when you got a woman? That's not, like, that would have been my thing if I was Tamika. I mean, like, and I like you, Vince. But I'm sorry, I feel like you're full of shit. I just do. I feel like you're full of shit. And instead of you constantly trying to make her seem like she's crazy, you need to take responsibility for the part that you played when it came down to what happened at the beginning of your relationship. And it's the beginning of the relationship. So I get it. Not everything is going to be perfect at the beginning of the relationship. You may really discover that you might like her, but then because it's still fresh and it's new, you probably still entertaining some other people that you find it a little hard to let go. I get it. I think we've all been there. But admit that and stop trying to make it seem as if she's cray-cray. I think that's what aggravates me about you, Vince. But I do like you. Tamika, you know I like you. Hit me up, sis. And I want y'all to work, and I want y'all to get it together. But Vince, you're going to have to take some accountability and some responsibility for the way that you made her feel. And that's just where that's at. And y'all, with that, I'm out of here. I ain't got no more to gig it. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let's get the discussion popping. Let me know what y'all thought about Friday night's episode of Put a Ring on It. It was good. It was real good, like it always has been. I'm feeling it. I'm digging it. Let me know how y'all feeling and y'all digging. And I'll hit y'all up later. Bye.
What you're giving, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in a business.